Shout out to the supporters of Tupac was Lyrical. This right here is a CashApp requested video, and it's coming from my man J-Starckey. And this right here is Tupac, Do for Love, aka Sucker for Love. And this is one of my favorite joints right here. So let's get into the verse breakdown. Y'all ready?
I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Taught me so many lessons, how not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. When this began, we was the perfect match. Perhaps we had some problems, but we working at it. And now the arguments are getting loud. I wanna stay, but I can't help from walking out. Let's throw it away. Just take my hand and understand. If you could see, I never planned to be a man. It just wasn't me. But now I'm searching for commitment and other arms. I wanna shelter you from harm. Don't be alarmed. Your attitude was the cause. You got me stressing. Soon as I open up the door with your jealous questions, like where can I be? You're killing me with your jealousy. Now my ambitions to be free, I can't breathe. Cause soon as I leave, it's like a trap. I hear you calling me to come back. I'm a sucker for love.
So let's get into it. Like, Tupac was 23 years old when he made this song. And you think about a lot of 23-year-olds nowadays, and you think about a lot of 23-year-olds nowadays who would make a song like this. I don't know too many rappers out there who would, at the age of 23, who would make a song on this level based on relationships and have this much wisdom when it comes to talking about relationships. So let's get into it. Let's just see how much wisdom and experience Tupac had in this song, Do for Love, aka Sucker for Love. He said, I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Taught me so many lessons. Like, when he's saying that, a lot of people got to start looking out for the red flags. A lot of us men, we avoid the red flags because we think with the lower head. He said, I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Taught me so many lessons. How not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. And that right there, a lot of us men don't ask women questions. Have they ever had their heart broken? Do you hate men? Did one man mess it up for all men? Even this one important question, I say a lot of brothers need to ask a lot of women when they're on a date, when they're getting to know each other. You need to ask this woman, yo, did a person ever get murdered over you? You ever got a person killed? Do you have a jealous boyfriend still stalking you? Are you not in a relationship, but the person that you told that you're not in a relationship with, does that person still consider you and him to be in a relationship? Do I have any concerns? Do I have any worries? So don't be a sucker for love, and don't just do things for love, but ask these questions. That's like Tupac said. I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Taught me so many lessons. How not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. Brothers, young men, y'all gotta ask questions. Even women, y'all gotta ask questions. Y'all can't just get caught up in this fairy tale and this fantasy. Y'all can't get caught up in that. Y'all can't have your expectations high. Y'all can't just live in the present moment without thinking about the future. Like, how long is this gonna last? But let's get into it. He said, when this began, we was the perfect match, perhaps. This is what I'm saying. In the beginning, it seems like everything is sweet and perfect. Then once y'all get to know each other, this is where the problems start to come in. Like, because of the questions that were never asked, or because you avoided certain regular flags, or you avoided the trouble. Like Tupac said, I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. He said, we had some problems, but we working at it, and now the arguments are getting loud. I want to stay, but I can't help from walking out and just throw it away. So it got to the point where all the problems that he's seen, the red flags and stuff that he's seen in the beginning, he avoided that. And a couple of problems that they did have, they tried reconciling, but it was getting too much for Tupac or for any individual that's in a similar circumstance. So he felt like the best option is to just walk away from it and throw it away. He said, just take my hand and understand. If you could see, I never planned to be your man. It just wasn't me. So that part right there is tricky. because a lot of men lie. Like, yeah, I'm your man, I'm your boyfriend, I want to marry you. We give these women field of dreams. We give these women hope. We give these women fantasies. We don't be straight up with them and tell them like, yo, I just want the sex. You give them so much good intimacy before the sex that a lot of women get emotionally attached because of the intimacy. Whereas you just need to be straight up from the front. Tupac made a song called You Ain't Got to Lie to Kick It. So anyway, he says, I never planned to be your man. It just wasn't me. So he didn't want to be your man. You know, he didn't want to be in a relationship. But in this particular line, I'm thinking that Tupac lied, or Tupac is telling the story of somebody else that went through this, and that particular person lied just to get the sex. And then now they're in a relationship. And he just said, I never planned to be your man. It just wasn't me. But now I'm searching for commitment in other arms. Now that's crazy right there. Now he's searching for commitment in other arms. He wants to be committed to another woman. I want to shelter you from harm. Don't be alarmed. Your attitude was the cause. You got me stressing. Soon as I opened up the door with your jealous questions. And that right there is another thing right there. The jealousy. The attitude. There's a lot of women out here in relationships, and the attitudes are crazy. And the attitudes are crazy like that because some women take on the attitudes of other women who've been through a circumstance with that man, and somehow they can project it on other women. They say a lot of women have groupthink. Groupthink, G-R-O-U-P, think, groupthink. And they don't really think for themselves. They'll allow their homegirls to dictate how the relationship goes. They'll allow their homegirls to dictate how the relationship should be and what you should get out this man and how you should treat this man. And some of them develop a bad attitude. Sometimes it's hard to find an individual woman who would think for themselves. Sometimes it's difficult to find that. But then you got other women out there who are very experienced in wisdom, and they get in a relationship with one person. They don't take it out on all men. You can't think that all men are dogs. Just like a man can't think all women are bitchs. Like, where can I be? You're killing me with your jealousy. And this dude basically is saying, I am very faithful in this relationship. I'm very faithful in this relationship. This is why I be talking about beliefs. I have no beliefs. But sometimes when people take on beliefs, and you have beliefs in a lot of things, you have beliefs in holidays, you have belief in deities, you have beliefs in traditions, you just have beliefs. So therefore, you taking on so many beliefs that when a man is telling you like, yo, I'm faithful, I'm not cheating, no infidelity over here, I'm not like the other person that hurted you, you don't believe him. You believe he's cheating because the other person told you that he wasn't cheating, and then you come to find out he was lying. So therefore, it's hard to believe that the next man is telling the truth. So you believe, and due to the fact you get with a person, you get with a man that's good, but you're killing that man. Not literally, but figuratively, you're killing that man with your jealousy. And this is why Tupac said in the beginning, but I can't help from walking out and just throw it away. So he wants to leave. Your jealousy is killing me. He says, like, where can I be? You're killing me with your jealousy. Now my ambition is to be free. And he's determined to be free. I can't breathe. Because soon as I leave, it's like a trap. I hear you calling me to come back. I'm a sucker for love. So it's just like, it's just not just saying, please come back, please come back. There's other things being said within that conversation. And that other thing that's being said was just like, yo, it could be a sexual bribe. It could be, I'll give you this, I won't say nothing. It could be tears. It could be apologies that seem genuine, but they're really not. But somehow Tupac, or whoever Tupac is speaking for, they fall for it and they become a sucker for love. And he comes right back. Let's get into the next verse.
when I thought I broke away and I'm feeling happy. You try to trap me, say you're pregnant, and guess who's the daddy? Don't wanna fall for it, but in this case, what could I do? So now I'm back to making promises to you, trying to keep it true. What if I'm wrong? A trick to keep me holding on, trying to be strong in the process, keep it going. I'm about to lose my composure, I'm getting close to packing up and leaving notes and getting ghosts. Tell me who knows a peaceful place where I can go to clear my head, I'm feeling low, losing control. My heart is saying leave, or what a tangle where we weave. When we conspire to conceive, and now you're getting calls at the house, guess you're cheating. That's all I need to hear, cause I'm leaving. I'm out the door, never no more when you see me. This is the end, cause now I know you've been cheating. I'm a sucker for love.
Let me just say this. There was a lot of people in the rap game, you know, who made songs for women. LL was one of them. Heavy D was one of them. Houdini, can't forget about Houdini, that spoke about relationships and stuff like that. And I think Tupac is one of those MCs who took it to the next level when speaking to women, because he wasn't just trying to just win your heart and, you know, I need love type of stuff like LL was saying. But Tupac was like, he was giving you the side of, let me talk to the women. Let me talk to the women that are real. Let me talk to the women that be lying. And let me talk to the bitches that ain't shit. And let me talk to the bitches that's about their business. Tupac has a litany of those type of songs for women, and as well as songs for the brothers to take heed. A man really should take heed to what's being said in this song, Do for Love, aka Sucker for Love. Just in case no man is out there, just in case no man out there has ever gave you any game, if it gave you any wisdom, and you're learning the hard way. So if you don't want to learn the hard way, listen to these lyrics in this song, Do for Love, and don't be a sucker for love. Now let's get into the second verse. He says, just when I thought I broke away and I'm feeling happy, you tried to trap me, said you're pregnant, and guess who's the daddy? Now that shit is crazy, because there's a lot of men who go through that shit. They say 40% of men that are in relationships with women and taking care of children, 40% of those men are taking care of children that are not even theirs. So they call that shit to keep a nigga baby. Or some women just don't be real and tell a man like, yo, this is how it is. This is not your baby, because some of these women don't want to seem like a Jezebel. They don't want to seem like a whore. They don't want them to know that they have been creeping, that they have been cheating, that they have been fooling around. And some women out there will throw the guilt that they're feeling, they'll throw it on a man to make it feel like you're the problem, whereas she's the problem. So Tupac says, just when I thought I broke away and I'm feeling happy, you try to trap me, said you're pregnant, and guess who's the daddy? Women don't go through not knowing that that baby is not theirs. Only men do. Women know. Women know who they slept with. Don't want to fall for it, but in this case, what could I do? So now I'm back to making promises to you, trying to keep it true. Now he came back. She got him back with that. With the keep a nigga baby. She got him back. And then he's making promises to her, keeping it true, all the while he's not knowing, because he definitely know Tupac is not talking about himself, because Tupac didn't have no children. So this definitely goes to show you that this song is for men that are going through this shit. These go for men who are unexperienced, who haven't experienced this stuff. This goes for men or young men who need wisdom and guidance. Take heed to this. You're not getting this type of wisdom and game in music nowadays everywhere else. Like, for instance, you get a song from Drake called BBL Drizzy, and this dude is talking about buying women fake bodies and shit like that. You know, you get a person like Puff Daddy, you know, who just want to rule over women, don't want to give them game, just want to make them into his sexual slaves and beat you down and shit like that. Hugh Hefners and the Wine Epsteins and the Harvey Weinsteins, and there's so many other motherfuckers out there. But Tupac is trying to give you game, trying to give you men game, so you don't become assholes like these dudes when you become a high value man with 6 figures or 7 figures. Tupac is giving you game. He said, what if I'm wrong? A trick to keep me holding on, trying to be strong in the process, keep it going. I'm about to lose my composure. I'm getting close to packing up and leaving notes and getting ghosts. So now this shit is really bothering him. It's really bothering him, man. So he's ready to leave a note, not even ready to have a conversation face to face with the woman. Because I read somewhere, like, if you're going to leave, if a husband is going to leave his wife, the first thing that husband needs to do, number one, make sure his finances are in order. Then get the house and stuff like that. You buy clothes to go into your other house. Don't take it out of this house. Leave it there. Leave it there. Because the woman knows if, the drawers, the socks, particular shirts, suits, sneakers, and shoes, all that shit is being removed. Like, she gonna question, like, where's that going? So you buy that for your other home. And the reason why they say that, because when you do have this conversation with her, they also said don't be in the kitchen, because a woman can get highly emotional and get very physical and attack you. And a lot of real men don't hit women, because if you do hit on her, when you was planning on leaving, now your ass is locked up because you was defending yourself. But to the police, if she's bruised up and you're not, your ass is going to jail. So their point is like, when you're ready to leave, when you're ready to get ghosts, like Tupac said, you gotta make sure that your life is in order when you do this. And once you have this conversation with her, you gotta make sure that there's no objects around, this, that, and the third, because it's not gonna be an easy or a happy exit. It can be very crazy. It can get crazy. That's what they're basically saying. And I believe that can be vice versa. But this is for men who don't want to be suckers in love no more. This is for men only. So this is how you do. You get your priorities in check and you have your shit together, and then you have that conversation with her. So once she kicks you out and all this other shit, and she feels like you ain't got nowhere to go, little does she know that you already got your shit set up. But if you're broke and you ain't got all this other shit in order, this is different. So then you'll have to have this conversation with her, like, yo, I'm out. I don't even want to be in this shit. And it can still get volatile. It can still get hostile. It can get violent. So this is why you got to be straight up. You got to be straight up and not a sucker for love, man. That's what Tupac is basically saying. Let's continue this. He says, tell me who knows a peaceful place where I can go to clear my head from feeling low, losing control. My heart is saying leave. Oh, what a tangle web we weave when we conspire to conceive. And now you getting calls out the house because you cheating. That's all I need to hear, because I'm leaving. I'm out the door. Never no more when you see me. This is the end, because now I know you've been cheating. I'm a sucker for love. So this goes right back to the beginning of this second verse. The keep a nigga baby. She pregnant and all this other shit, and then she's getting calls to leave. Now he's ready to leave notes. He's ready to leave quietly. He's want to leave without argument. He don't know how to approach the situation. He doesn't know a peaceful place to go. So life or God gives him this opening, and the truth is revealed that the girl that you're with, the woman that you think is your baby mother, or the woman that you think is your wife with your child, she's cheating on you. Infidelity is in that household, and it's a hard pill to swallow. Swallow that truth and be gone. Now I'm giving you an exit. Now no more will you see me. He says, never no more will you see me. This is the end, because now I know you've been cheating. I'm a sucker for love. So he was a sucker for love to that whole situation. Yo, this is a 23-year-old giving you game, bro. Y'all show me a 23-year-old right now who got a song that's equivalent to the lyrics of this 23-year-old right here. Please show me. Now let's get into the third verse.
Now we left you with scars, tears on your pillow when you still stay as you sit and pray, hoping the beatings will go away. It wasn't always a hit and run relationship. It used to be love, happiness, and companionship. Remember when I treated you good? I moved you up to the hills, out the ills of the ghetto hood. Me and you, a happy home when it was on. I had a love to call my own. I should have seen you was trouble, but I was lost. Trapped in your eyes, preoccupied with getting tossed. No need to lie, you had a man and I knew it. You told me, don't worry about it, we can do it. Now I'm under pressure, make a decision cause I'm waiting. When I'm alone, I'm on the phone, having secret conversations. I wanna take your misery, replace it with happiness, but I need your faith in me. I'm a sucker for love.
Now this third verse gets really deep. He says, now he left you with scars, tears on your pillow, and you still stay as you sit and pray, hoping the beatings will go away. This is those women who be in domestic violent relationships, and some of these women be so caught up in the relationship that they really feel when a man is beating them down, scaring them and all this other stuff, some of them are so delusional in their head that they're looking at it as love, or the man has ridiculed them so much, lowered her self-esteem. Some men will destroy a woman's security just so they can bring forth the insecurity, and therefore low self-esteem develops within that woman, and they thrive on it, and they like the fact, and they just have you feeling like ain't no man gonna want you trash, knowing that if she gets herself together, she's trash to him, but she can definitely be treasure to the next man. Some women be in these abusive relationships and just scared to leave. He said it wasn't always a hit and run relationship. It used to be love, happiness, and companionship. Remember when I treated you good? I moved you up out the hills, out the ills of the ghetto hood. Me and you were happy home when it was on. I had a love to call my own. I should have seen you as trouble, but I was lost, trapped in your eyes, preoccupied with getting tossed. No need to lie. Now, because he was getting that bomb sex from homegirl, he was getting that good sex, you know, he was caught up. He was whipped, so to speak. And he was just mesmerized by her eyes and stuff like that. Once again, this particular individual, or Tupac, avoided the red flags in this relationship. Basically, in this song, Tupac was dealing, or Tupac or some man out there is dealing with a woman that's in an abusive relationship, and she's creeping out there with the other individual. So she says she told the guy, she told Tupac, or that individual that Tupac is speaking for, that she has a man, and she told Tupac, don't worry about it. And Tupac went in and started dealing with the relationship. Now he feels stressed out and under pressure. He says, make a decision because I'm waiting. When I'm alone, I'm on the phone having secret conversations. So right there, he wants her to make a choice. Like, you either going to leave this dude that's beating you down, or you going to get with me. He's tired of having these secret conversations with her. He wants a real relationship, a real commitment. And then he says, I want to take your misery, replace it with happiness, but I need your faith in me. I'm a sucker for love. And yet and still, he says right there, he wants to help this woman out. And that's a lot of us. Some of us men, we want to save these women. We want to save women, just like there's women that want to save men. So we want to save this particular female from this abusive relationship, but she's so caught up in this abusive relationship that she's scared to leave this dude. And she also feels that this person loves her, but there's also a part within her that knows that this is foul. She shouldn't be in this disgusting type of relationship. So that's why she's creeping on the abusive man to be with this person who really likes her, but she's scared to leave. And this person wants to save her. He wants to, make her happy and stuff like that. But she doesn't have faith that he can do that. That's because she's conflicted. So in actuality, Tupac, or this person that Tupac is speaking about, he's letting you know that he's still being a sucker for love because he wants to help this woman out of a situation, and he wants to be the boyfriend to make her happy and shit like that. Whereas he's already under pressure and it's just not going to be good. You can't help this woman out. They always say you can't save everybody. And this particular woman, she's going to have to make this decision on her own. And if she doesn't make this decision on her own, her life might abruptly end because she didn't make this right decision in her life to be in a real meaningful relationship. So it's on her. But men, and what Tupac is saying in this stuff, like, I want to save you and stuff like that, but that's still, in a sense, what Tupac is still saying, I'm a sucker for love because I want to do all this shit for a woman who has a man. So if you take this woman on, if you do if Tupac is able to snatch this woman from this abusive man, now he got to deal with all the psychological trauma that she went through with that person, because now she's gonna put that shit on you, and it's gonna be a lot of things that you might say, a certain look or whatever, it might be too triggering. It might be too triggering for her to be in the real meaningful and peaceful relationship with Tupac or the person that Tupac is speaking about. So Tupac is basically saying, don't be a sucker for love. So that right there is just my interpretation of this. This is a 23-year-old man breaking this shit down. You ain't hearing Drake and other people spitting at this level. You're not hearing that. So this is what it's about, man.
Who is that?
That's my cousin.
This is cousin. What he doing all up in your bedroom?
He had to use the phone.
Yeah, right.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
I should have seen you was trouble right from the start. Taught me so many lessons, how not to mess with broken hearts. So many questions. When this began, we was the perfect match, perhaps. We had some problems, but we working at it. And now the arguments are getting loud. I wanna stay, but I can't help from walking out. Let's throw it away. Just take my hand and understand. If you could see, I never planned to be a man. It just wasn't me. But now I'm searching for commitment and other arms. I wanna shelter you from harm. Don't be alarmed. Your attitude was the cause. You got me stressing. Soon as I open up the door with your jealous questions. Like, where can I be? You're killing me with your jealousy. Then my ambitions to be free, I can't breathe. Cause soon as I leave, it's like a trap. I hear you calling me to come back. I'm a sucker for love.
Sucker for love.
Hey, why you having on me like that? Chill out.
Sucker for love.